langsam angerichtet. It's prepared the close game, SYNTAINICS MBC CSO VOLUNTARI, the defending champions against the first round winner MBC. Also Titelverteidiger heute gegen den ersten Platz nach der Hauptrunde mit unserem MVP. Spencer Reeves, main round MVP level 31. Spencer Reeves, 30 minutes to go and one is missing. Nach 13 Minuten und auf einen warten wir nicht nur unsere ungewaschenen gelben T-Shirts haben wir an für dieses Spiel um Platz 3. Auch er ist heute wieder da. Begrüßen mit mir unser Maskottchen. Hier ist der Ball. Und wenn ihr alle da seid und vielleicht auch schon Lust habt auf dieses Spiel um Platz 3, dann wollen wir gemeinsam uns einstimmen mit der Hymne der SYNTAINICS MBC.
Wir gehen den Weg zusammen, Seite an Seite, unverständlich, und laufen unsere Farben, wir sind treu und unbestechlich. Wir folgen unsere Träume, alle Einblick ein Ziel, umgeben von unseren Träumen, das ist mehr als nur ein Spiel. Ziehen wir uns.
Welcome to the Stadthalle in Weissenfels for this ENBL Vimodrome Final Four bronze medal game between last year's gold medal winners CSO Voluntari and the hosts SYNTAINICS MBC. Well, earlier on, our sideline reporter Franziska Zeifer got an opportunity to catch up with both coaches.
ENBL Vimodrome top 4 here in the Stadthalle Weissenfels, the day 2, and we will have the bronze medal game of CSO Voluntari against the SYNTAINICS MBT. Somewhat an unexpected game. I have here Dan, coach of the CSO Voluntari, and yeah, Dan, yesterday you told us that it's going to be an intense fight against Jiki, and that's what it turned out. So what do you think you have to improve today? That was the reason for the loss yesterday.
Well, first of all, congratulations to Jiki and also to Manchester, the two teams that are in the final. About us, I would say we didn't know how to take advantage of our lead. When we went up a couple of times, we gave away too easy that lead, and with some decisions offensively that I think we were in a bit of a rush, and we haven't looked as experienced as we were hoping to look. With those decisions offensively, we allowed them to score some easy shots on the other end, and it was a tight game. After that, we started to be, to hesitate a little, and I think that's what hurt us towards the end of the second half.
So that's for sure what you have to step up today, to be more confident maybe and less rushy, I would say, when I understand you right?
To be more confident, to be the team that got to this Final Four and to play the way we played all year. Of course, we had some bad moments during the season, but all in all, I would say it is a good, fair season for us until now. Of course, we were hoping to have this matchup in the final, but we are here, in the end, for a medal to put around our necks, and this is what I told the guys. It's not every day that you get to put a medal. It doesn't matter the color, but we are here to fight for that medal, and I hope to have a good game and to reduce some of the mistakes that we did yesterday.
Okay, bronze medal would be a good award, so good luck for the game, Dan.
Thank you.
Coach Dan Ewan of CSO Voluntari, after many years of assisting Einars Bogatsky, he will be motivated to get a medal on his own resume and create his own story in his first year of head coach. Wow, the atmosphere still in a little bit of shock. Both of these teams expecting to be in the gold medal games here today, but it was not written in the stars. And for the second consecutive Final Four, we have the host playing in the bronze medal game after having 3 consecutive seasons of the host going to the gold medal games. That is why we love sport. As the home team gets introduced here live in the Stadthalle. Live in Weissenfels for this final day of the Final Four. Been a terrific 4 days in this beautiful city in Germany. Which one of these teams will be motivated to play in a third medal game? Always really tricky, but both teams have their own personal motivation. For CSO Voluntari, they would want to go 3 consecutive years of walking away with a medal after their 3rd consecutive Final Four. And for the home team, you gotta think that at the very least, as difficult as it is, you owe it to your fans that's come out and supported you, the organization that has really went out their way to host this beautiful event. So both teams with something on the line. It's always really tricky. I've been there before myself to kind of navigate through the disappointment of not being in a prime time game, but nevertheless, a medal is still a medal as both teams meet at half court to exchange gifts. 4 minutes away from the action. Well, earlier, Francesco Seifert got an opportunity to catch up with the home team coach.
So yesterday, controlling the game was one of the attributes you gave to win the game. At the end, it turned out that you did a great job and your team for 35 minutes, and then you lost track. What do you think was the reason for that?
Well, for sure, this is like you said, for those kind of games, what is like in one game, semifinals, this is like every small detail can decide. And I think that for sure in one moment we didn't take care about small things, about like maybe some box out, some like individual characteristics of the players we miss. So for this kind of game, you need to be 40 minutes focused. After that, probably maybe we come out from some over pressure, about the importance of the game. So, like I said, small details always deciding those kind of games. So, okay, more or less that's the sport.
So you have another chance today, go for the bronze medal, which would be a great achievement as well in the NBL season 2026. So how did you encourage your players after this bitter loss from yesterday?
Well, listen, for sure, this is like, it's not easy, to play these kind of games, especially when you expect something more, in a first game. But also, I think I said to the players that it's medal, it's medal, third spot, it's third spot. And also, I think this is how we need to show the build our character, after such kind of like tough losses, that we need to rise up, even better, to practice our mentality. So more or less that we are proud team, we are proud people, and that we want to have a win in front of our fans and to making things better.
Coach Malenko of MBC, similar to Coach Dan Ewan on the other side, he would be motivated as well in his young coaching career to add to his resume as well and give his team some momentum heading back into the Bundesliga. There's our referee crew right there. Bagna Podkowinska from Poland, Simon Unsworth out of the United Kingdom, and Tio Milicic out of Croatia. They will be making a tough calls here today for this bronze medal game. Interesting enough, both of these teams matched up early February in Romania, where CSO Voluntari was the only team in the ENBL to put a stain on MBC's resume, giving them their only defeat, 87-83. And SYNTAINICS, flawless here in the Stadthalle, 6-0 during the regular season, but Manchester basketball came in and spoiled the party, unplugged the music, cut the lights on, and told the capacity crowd of 3,000, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. And that is how we ended up here. Jiki Vasava taking down the champs as well in two terrific matchups yesterday. Just incredible. The atmosphere for both games coming down to the final possessions. Exactly the way we would love to end an amazing ENBL season in its 5th year of existence, and it is on the way up, so I advise you to get on the train. Well, crowd on their feet in this one, and the best way to get over disappointment, winning solves everything. Your starting lineup for MBC, Kyrie Thomas, who was great in that first half last night, point guard and captain Callison, MVP Spencer Reeves, Drisic, Planinik for CSO Voluntari, Anna, Mike Caffey, last year's MVP, Solomon Young, Lee Skinner, and Trebea, CEO. In the blue jerseys, in the home team, the Bumblebee yellow as Mike Caffey unable to get the game's first field goal. MBC at their first attempt. Poked away, going straight inside. to Jurisic. Around the back. Mishandles it. CSO picks up the steal. Lee Skinner. Looking to go inside to his favorite spot where he usually gets to his turnaround. Fading baseline. Nice block defense there by Kyrie Thomas. Callison with the up and under to get the game's first field goal. Crowd building the momentum, building the courage, building the energy as they are already chanting defense, and they get it. First turnover of the game. Here's Callison. Handoff action with Thomas. Just was so elusive inside the paint last night in the first half specifically. Loses his balance on that attempt. That's one thing to keep an eye on as well, is where will the legs be for both of these teams, specifically the home team who are playing in this game less than 24 hours. That game tipped off 8 p.m. last night, currently 5 p.m. local time. So which team has the best recovery, best physios? Because I'm sure there was a lot of massages happening this morning. Ball tipped out of bounds, so we'll stay here. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Reeves, his first attempt, lines it up. MBC out the gate. Looking motivated thus far. See how CSO Voluntari will respond. As Mike Caffey looking to get inside, he's fouled by Callison. That will be Charles Callison's first foul. That will send last season's MVP, Mike Caffey, to the free throw line. He was 90% on the season. Another terrific year for him in the ENBL, 16.2 points, 5.2 assists. And how should we forget that game winner out in Rigazelli in the quarterfinals from the baseline on Easter Sunday. Voluntari on the board. Thomas heavily defended by Jabea. Pays off. Anna on the move. Ripped away by Thomas, not before he loses it and then responds with the foul himself. Just kind of lost control of it and slipped as he was making a play on the ball. That'll be his first personal. Sakar Anna. So good last night, picking up where he left off. Left baseline, just time and time again, timely shots. Matchup against Cheeky, over the top to planet it. Does a great job of just creating space on Young to record his first points of the afternoon. Caffey tightrope in the baseline, out to Young. Young misses his first shot after a flawless first half, 17 points, 5 for 5, and as Thomas strokes it from downtown. And the turning point in last night's game was him picking up that fourth foul with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. And that's when the game turned on his head. Jiki really taking advantage as Thomas picks up the steal and Young commits the foul. by the time Young came back into the game, he was unable to find his flow. Second team foul on Voluntari. Annam will go take a seat. Cody Justice enters in. Not one of his best games last night. Usually so prolific from downtown. Thomas unable to go back to back. But there's a foul called, and if that's on Young. Well, that's Sullivan's Young's second foul, so just like that, he will head to the Pine, and we'll get some fresh bodies in. Polyak and Barrow, while Jerbea takes a seat as well. Callison off the screen, over the top with the floater, can't finish it. Cappy loses his footing. Skips over to Reeves in the corner. Reeves attacking a closeout, robbed by Justice. Both teams just a little bit sloppy thus far. As Jurisic commits a take foul. It's before the act of shooting. Only the third team foul, so it'll be sideline out of bounds. SYNTAINICS with a 6-point lead out the gate. Justice getting inside, squeezing around, Planinik, nice finish. Bloomgren, offensive foul called on Planinik. That will be his first. Since the refs have cracked down on that screen call, it's been really difficult for forwards and bigs to adjust. You see at least 3 or 4 of those called a game. CSO, offense looking energized. Here's Polyak over to Barrow, who taps it in. Both teams kind of growing into this game. Again, mentioning before, bronze medal game, really difficult game to be motivated for players, but then as the juices begin to flow, the competition begins to rise. The pride kicks in, and speaking of pride, Lee Skinner gives Voluntari their first lead. Reeves answers back. .430 here in the first. MBC 13, Voluntari 11. Caffey off a Barrow's screen, sizing up Bloomgren. Good defense by MBC, nowhere to go. Clock at 2. Cappy has to let it go. 1-footer from downtown, and that will play on. Hit the top of the glass there. Good defense. Over the top. Planinik. MBC up 4. Justice get into that midi. Splash. Both teams beginning to find their offense, 2 of the best offenses in the league. And Jurisic knocks it down from the right wing. The shot starting to open up here over the top to Barrow. Tipped away from Pleninik. Fresh bodies in for both sides. Caffey will take a seat. The veteran, Jordan Watson, so savvy, so impactful last night, gets a first taste of the action. Along with a couple of fresh bodies from MBC, Welp, along with Marcus Foster and Nikic. Spencer Reeve commits his first foul. That will send Cody Justice to the free throw line for the first time today, AKA the machine gun. 8th season pro out of Arizona State. Again, his performance against Rigazelli on the road, 17 points in the first quarter. Was just lights out in that matchup. MBC with a 3-point lead. Reeves skips it to the corner. Foster, yes. Coach Ewan calls for time. Wanted to talk things over. We'll be right back.
Wir haben Wohnungen in jeder Größe. Wohnungsverwaltung Weißenfels.
Welcome back to the Stadthalle over in Wiesenfels, Germany for the ENBL Vimodrom Final Four. The 5th for the European North Basketball League. Final Four represent 4 countries: Germany, Poland, Romania, and the United Kingdom. Highlights from the first 7 minutes. Both teams just coming out a little bit messy, but slowly starting to tie things together in this bronze medal matchup. MBC 21, Voluntari 15. Justice. There's Watson going the long way round, receiving a screen from Barrow. Nowhere to go with the larger Nikic on him, but Poljak can't connect. Great defense by MBC as Bloomgren is tripped up by Barrow as he commits his first foul. 14th foul. So from here on out, 2:33, both teams will be headed to the free throw line. Reeves, and nice pass. Nikic didn't realize he was going to be so free there. He finishes it off. Justice, Lee Skinner, already won so far, make it 2 for 2. Skinner off to a great start from downtown. Foster with the nice little pulley, short. Voluntari in a 5-point deficit, and Justice tries to tightrope the sideline, but just runs out of real estate. Skinner shot an incredible percentage from beyond the arc this season. uplifting Voluntari to the number 3 seed. As Charles Callison returns for MBC. Bloomgren, nice bounce pass. Tipped up and away by Welk. Watson getting to that mid-range jumper, can't finish. Nice rebound by Barrow. Sees a crowd. Voluntari with an extra possession. Skipped over to the corner, extra pass. Jerbeya, nice offense by Voluntari. And every time it feels as though MBC is going to run away with it, Voluntari makes a play as Callison coughs it up. Watson with the mismatch. Nice left to right cross, the signature. Floats it inside. Foul.
Substitution. Number 40
There's Watson. The tender age of 40. Still getting it done at a professional level. 8 points, 3 assists per game in the ENBL. Dual citizenship, so he holds a U.S. and Romanian passport. Hadn't missed a free throw all competition until just there. Wow. This is both. 2-for-1 opportunity if SYNTAINICS wants it. Doesn't look like they're going to seek it out. Bloomgren getting inside. Well, 5 on the clock. Callison got to make something happen. Step back. Midi got it. And that's what the SYNTAINICS were missing last night. Callison just could not get it going. 0 for 7 before recording his first basket in the second half. And Watson blocked by Bloomgren. Good recovery there from the 24-year-old finished product. And that's how the first quarter will end in a turnover. MBC 27, Voluntari 21 in this bronze medal ENBL Final Four matchup.
And we are ready with the gun. The favorite shot. ENBLeague shot on the borders.
Welcome back to Germany, where the host doing the most in the first quarter, 27 points. Coming out hot. Callison looking to make up for his wrongs after struggling last night. A bronze medal on the line for both teams. Again, meeting earlier this year, February 11th. Voluntari taking down the number 1 seed, 87-83, as both teams played in the same pool. 27 teams this year, as the ENBL grew from 18 the previous season, and ultimately 9 teams split up into 3 pools, round robin action And then we took the best 16 teams, matched them up, lined them up, top seed getting the home court until ultimately the quarterfinals, where it was a home and away matchup. And so ultimately this, the Final Four. Second quarter underway. Well, good ball movement here by MBC. Callison trying to find a crease, steps back to his left. Watson doesn't like what he sees. Young with 2 fouls. Be on the lookout for that. Good hands there by Thomas. And Callison will probably get his easiest basket of the Final Four. Great hands there by Kyrie Thomas. Forcing Voluntari to cough it up for the 6th time already. Well, Voluntari needs a response here. They look to go inside to Young, but not before being kicked by Foster. Anna doesn't like what he sees. Skips it over to Barrow. Clock down to 3. Watson fouled by Welp. Those are the fouls that frustrate coaches when the shot clock is so low. And Welp had the opportunity to keep him to one side. Again, it's about the angle, making sure you stay on top of his top foot and keep him there on the sideline. But instead, you lose the angle battle, and it results in a foul as Annam splashes it for his 5th personal point. Lead at 5. Thomas. Heavy dosage of ball handling. Great defense by Voluntari. Steps through. Good stance there by the Romanians. Voluntari working the ball side to side, going inside to Young. And usually when he gets it in there, his money in the bank. Barrow cleans up the mess. And just like that, Voluntari back in the mix. Thomas just such a versatile scorer. The ability to handle the rock, get inside, but then also stroke ability from 25 feet and beyond. Watson using his body, dribbles out. MBC on the move. Here goes Foster. Decides to settle things well. Likes what he sees. And MBC with back-to-back triples. And the home crowd loving it. MBC 35, Voluntari 26 here early in the second quarter.
...160 Meter lang, bis zu 30 Stundenkilometer schnell. Die neue Wettkampfrutsche Cabra Khan im Maya Mare in Halle. Entdecke jetzt unsere neuen Rutschen mit moderner LED-Beleuchtung, Videoprojektionen und Effekten, die jede Fahrt einzigartig machen. Deine neue Rutschenwelt im Maya Mare.
Stadthalle Wiesenfels playing host to the 2026 Velodrome Final Four as the host MBC forces Voluntari to talk things over after knocking down back-to-back triples. MBC a much more balanced scoring here tonight than what we saw yesterday, where it was Reeves and Thomas, doing a lot of the heavy lifting offensively. But tonight, already 8 guys on the scoreboard. Skinner getting to his spot, kicks out. Young, yes sir. Allison walking it in, can't finish the easy lay. But it's Planinik finding some loose change there. On the offensive rebound, getting Young in the air, finishing through the contact. And that will be Sullivan Young's 3rd foul here already. In only 6 minutes of action. Well, that's very unfortunate. For Voluntari. As Planinik completes the 3-point play. Nemanja. Skinner, defended by Foster. Skipped over Justice, corner ball. Ball kept alive by Caffey. Hannum getting inside, nice lay. Traveling Romanians loving that. Allison playing hide and seek with Planinik using that strong body as he was able to get Caffey on his hip. And as he slowed down his momentum, was able to play through the contact. Just right there, we call that putting a defender in jail, where you just kind of stick out your hips to create space. And then as you decelerate, usually that defender momentum carry forward. Just a great, savvy way to draw a foul. Well, Charles Callison, 9 points personal, love to see it. The bounce back game. It's all about being a professional. It's how you respond. Skinner with the smaller Callison on him. Callison stolen away. Well, Reeves, transition opportunity, not before Skinner wraps up Reeves. Just knowing they were at a transition disadvantage, we call that a take foul. Charles Callison will go take a seat. And Bloomgren returns. MBC up 10 with an opportunity to blow it wide open, as they did last night, but just could never put Manchester away. Let's see what they do with the lead here. That's Reeves, the MVP southpaw. Usually cash when left alone. Biggest lead of the game, 12. Justice. Just kind of lost his footing there on the sideline. Saved it towards the basket. Really smart there, because usually players will just throw it up towards the backcourt, but you're always taught to throw it towards your basket, so it is stolen. It doesn't result in a layup. Baseline out of bounds, and I'm taking the contact from Foster, but can't finish. And Voluntari ran this baseline out of bounds last night, where they got at least 3 layups on it. They just lift everyone above the three-point line. It's a bunch of bodies moving, so if the communication isn't on point, it usually results in something positive. Sakar Anam take care of business on the second, giving him 8 points personal. Thomas travels as he tried to put on the brakes there, just lost his footing a little bit. Will lead at 11. Caffey getting inside. And that will be a backcourt violation on Voluntari, giving them the 7th turnover here so far. Caffey with 2 fouls will take a seat as Jordan Watson returns. Four minutes here in the second. And an offensive foul called on Nikic. As he tried to get position there. He disagrees with the call, as most players do. 4:02. Poyat and Bloomgren just a little bit too ambitious there. 15 foul on MBC will send Jordan Watson back to the free throw line, where he's 0 for 2. Watson taking care of business on both of those attempts. Bloomgren getting downhill, nice finish. Not before falling on the elbow, But what a drive. What an attack downhill. Saw a freeway. Turned up the Ferrari to 100 on the Autobahn and finished strong through Barrow. Pertu Blomgren, 85% on the season, 7 points in the ENBL. Completes the three-point play. Lead back to 12. Hannah, Thomas, matched up. Skinner. Frees up Polyak. Can't knock it down. Reeves does a great job of seeking contact. Drew fouls on the Manchester defenders time and time again. And speaking of getting in the paint, time and time again, Thomas just so masterful with the change of pace to be able to get 10 toes down whenever he likes. Thomas, 6 points here thus far. A little bit more subdued than what we saw in last night's first half. The former NBA second round pick. Lead up to 13 as MBC looking for a little payback from the regular season as Thomas in the midfield, picking up the interception, but can't finish the lane. Here's Skinner. Anna over a flying hand. And NBC with an opportunity to go into the half with their bellies full. Reeves, downhill, drive, kick, Blomgren rises up, can't connect, picks up the loose ball, getting back inside, and Blomgren with 5. Home team up by 15. Crowd feeling it, wanting more as we enter the last 2 minutes. Skinner. Dribble handoff to Polyak, drive, not before being fouled by Jurisic. He disagrees, but it was clearly a wrap with the right hand, and you can see him stick it behind his back, but referee Tio Milicic all over it. Polyak also flawless from the free throw line this season as he misses his first. So we got 2 guys who had to miss the free throw all season with Polyak and Watson getting their first miss today. But which team closes out the quarter? As there is a timeout called. NBC calling for a timeout, and I always talk about the importance of finishing quarters. 1:53, last 2 minutes in big games, always so crucial because we talk about basketball being about momentum, being about a game of runs. And so NBC with an opportunity to build on the lead Or if we reflect on last night when they were up 14, disappeared. Where it disappeared from 14 to 7, and that's just a huge difference psychologically when you go in a half and you've been down double figures all games, and all of a sudden 7 is more tasty than 14. Let's see what Voluntari does in this final 153. Mascot over here showing some love, getting the crowd into it. A really great venue they have here in Wiesenfels. Just, I don't think I've seen anything like it. Just panoramic, glass windows all around, and then on this beautiful sunny German day, the sun just shining in inside the court. They got a good thing going here in Wiesenfels. Reeves, nice bounce pass! That's Nikic putting 2 Voluntari defenders in a body bag. And MBC up 16. Voluntari in a pickle. Turnover. And I talked about the motivation factor. You take another look at this. Nice bounce pass from Reeves. And hello, Nikic finishing things off. Talked about the importance of MBC really bouncing back after last night's disappointment and putting on a show for these fans as Thomas can't connect. Justice on the run, on the move, cuffs it, drops it off, stolen away. Thomas, 3-on-1 opportunity. Callison shovels, Thomas! Drops the kids off inside. 18-point lead in the final 40 seconds. Not before Caffey is fouled. See Nikic there just over the top. Take another look at this. Thomas just light stuff, dropping the kids off at the nursery, nothing major. Mike Caffey last season, just incredible in that final against Newcastle Eagles in Bratislava, single-handedly willing Voluntari to a gold medal. SYNTAINICS calling 4-time again. Malenko not taking any chances, wanting to keep his foot on the gas. Time out here in Germany in the beautiful Stadthalle, capacity 3,000. Not as intimidating as last night, but still credit to the fans. I'm pretty sure they had on their calendar prepared to come in the building for an 8 o'clock tip tonight, but the home team getting upset, but still 5 o'clock local time, still able to fill the building. It says a lot about the basketball culture here in East Germany. (53-37). Probably a possession each remaining. Voluntari showing pressure in the backcourt. Callison. package inside to Jurisic, stepping around Skinner. Jurisic taking advantage of a mismatch inside, just using that 6'7" frame to just extend around Skinner. An opportunity for a three-point play. Fresh bodies entering in for the final 20 seconds. As Jurisic completes the three-point play. Vargas getting his first taste of the Final Four. The veteran. 10 on the clock. Caffey sees a highway, switching up, can't finish. Still time. Reeves, 2-1, half court. And that is how the first half will conclude. And it's MBC with the dominant first half, up 19 points over last year's champs. Well, that will take us into our halftime break. But not before a couple of player interviews. Sideline reporter Franziska Ziefert will shortly catch up with the captain, Charles Callison.
Charles, as a captain, you took great effort defensively and with points to lead your team into that game. What will be key for the second half to make it happen to get the bronze medal tonight?
Just staying consistent in our defense and getting out in transition, playing fast pace, how we want to play, and getting rebounds and just getting stops.
Okay, good luck for that. And yeah, a lot of more energy for the second half.
Thank you.
Down by 19, and MBC scored 56 points in the first half. Defensively, what do you have to adapt to get back on track into the game?
First it starts with just playing with energy, honestly. I feel like we're going out there, we're letting them get a lot of transition points, getting a lot of easy baskets, and second chance points too at the rim. So I think first it starts with energy and effort. We just got to get the rhythm going, push the pace, try to get some easy baskets to get back in the game.
Good luck for that, and thank you for the interview.
Charles Callison and Voluntari's Sakar Anam there with our sideline reporter. 56-37 here in the Stadthalle. We'll be right back.
Und wir sind noch in der Halbzeit. 6 Minuten, bevor es dann weitergeht in der zweiten Halbzeit. Spiel Platz 3. Second half waiting in the European North Basketball Veluntaris Final Four 2026. Und wir haben wieder einen Gutschein von Halle Leipzig des Style Outlets. Und wenn die Uhr um 3 Minuten zeigt, dann suchen wir wieder 2 Menschen, die für 100 € heute in Viertelpause gegeneinander antreten wollen. 2 people we're looking for tonight's great 100 € voucher of Halle Leipzig, the Style Outlet. When it's 3 minutes, we can search 2 of you. The Flames Game, das Spiel Platz 3 im ENBL Veluntaris Final Four European North Basketball Veluntaris Final Four 2026. So, es ist soweit. 2 Leute haben die Chance, dabei zu sein in der Viertelpause für den Halle Leipzig Style Outlets Gutschein. 100 € ist er wert. Wer möchte mit dabei sein? Gleich dann in der Viertelpause. 2 Leute suchen wir wieder. Markus ist, glaube ich, da. Christian war gestern auch da. Ihr könnt natürlich das Zettel dabei, die gestern ausgefüllt sein. So, wir müssen dann. Konrad, bist du mal anziehen? Es geht um Geld. Konrad, da bist du dabei. Also, Konrad ist dann schon mal dabei. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Und jetzt suchen wir noch eine Person für den Halle Leipzig. Du ganz oben, schwarzes T-Shirt. Ich komme schnell zu dir hoch. Und dann fragen wir, ganz kurz, wie du heißt, dann trittst du an gegen Konrad gleich in der Viertelpause. So, frag uns schnell deinen Namen. Heiko. Der Heiko ist dabei, Riesenapplaus für Heiko. Und jetzt geht's. Schau, laut machen, schon bis zur Halbzeit.
Vibes here in Wiesenfels. Performer Talia Brea giving us the 1s and 2s, putting on a show at the half. Speaking of a show, how about MBC putting it on for the city? 56-37 at the half. A balanced scoring attack, 7 players with 5 or more points, taking advantage on the break where they lead 14-2, and that's been the difference. Voluntari has coughed it up 10 times, and MBC taking well advantage. Well, 20 minutes coming up. before we know which one of these teams will be putting something around their neck. These first 5 minutes will be critical to see the character and pride of Voluntari. We know it's there. You don't just make it to 3 Final Fours by luck. So a consistency of excellence. Let's see how they approach this first 5 minutes on the other side. MBC, you gotta be thinking, I'm sure what Coach preached there at the half is no complacency. Saw it last night, in control of things, but they mentioned it there at halftime last night. Thomas just felt like his team just kind of let their foot off the accelerator. So the NBC, you got to drive this game all the way to the finish line. Well, there's a nice prize at the end of the rainbow. It's not the gold medal, but nevertheless, like Denzel Washington say, I'm leaving out of here with something. That would be my mindset. Third quarter on the way. Mike Caffey on the 1s and 2s, defended by Callison. And I'm talked about how he wanted a little bit more energy out of his team. Young, just foul trouble in the first half, picking up those 3 fouls. Let's see what type of rhythm he will be able to muster up. Charles in charge. Pushing the lead to 21. Skinner loves this spot, but one thing NBC has done a great job is getting him about 2 feet away from where he typically likes to operate, and that's good defense. That's strategy. All players have their comfort zones, and if you can do the work early and get them slightly off of it, it changes the rhythm. Reflecting back on that miracle in Rigazelli where Caffey hit the game winner. It was Skinner who did a lot of those little things which ultimately helped Voluntari get back in the game. Let's see if he's able to put the cape on once again here in Wiesenfels. Reeves. Reeves.
Number 34,
fouled in the paint.
Third foul, first team foul.
That's a third foul on Skinner, so a little foul trouble for Lee Skinner. And also Young, as both of them have 3. Looking to go inside, and just Gerbea just a little bit too aggressive there. As Planetić was fighting for position there. Callison, great first half. Thomas. Jurisic with the fadeaway. Not this time. Skinner again. You see how he's about 2 or 3 feet off his normal spot, but nevertheless able to draw back-to-back fouls from the mid-post. Just that reaching foul there on Reeves. Young, nice connection. Assisted by Anna. Thomas left open, right back at you. And just as you thought Voluntari was gonna make a move, Thomas responds. Skinner, now that's where he likes to operate, but great defense there by Thomas. Callison said he wanted to defend and play faster. Weaving inside, overcooks the layup. Skinner comes up with it. Tells his troops to move. And Jurisic with the take foul.
Number 42,
That'll be his third personal foul as Bloomgren and Welch will get in the first action of the second half. And Jurisic and Callison will take a break. Nice driving kick by Caffey, finds Young, and Young way off. A 20-point advantage for the Germans. They look to outduel the Romanians, and Planic able to slip inside. Bloomgren picking up his second personal. Just that little reach there. Look at this little pocket pass to Planic. Nice play. Jabea with the smaller defender. Great space, Young looking to stretch inside. But Bloomgren just unable to square up, so it'll be a blocking foul. You see he got the left body, but you gotta be center of the chest. Solomon Young a lot more subdued than what we saw last night, where he was flawless. And the only thing that cooled him off were the foul issues. In the passing lane, and I'm ready for takeoff, and Voluntari with a little bit of momentum. Off the ball foul by Jabea. Here's Annam. Just been solid for Voluntari throughout these playoffs as Reeves can't knock it down. Voluntari with an opportunity on a 4-0 run. Justice getting inside, nearly turns it over. Jabea over the top. Solomon Young, not quite whole, but Voluntari on a 6-0 run, forcing MBC into time. to the action in the Stadthalle, where CSO Voluntari have woken up a little bit on a 6-0 run, forcing the home team into a time. Off the ball foul there by Mike Cafe, his third. And now we'll see the introduction of the veteran, Jordan Watson. Blomgren. Reeves met by Gerbea, able to escape, getting a body in the air, short. Here's Voluntari. Justice from downtown. Gerbea giving Voluntari another look. They go inside. Young with position, and Sullivan Young. And Voluntari's on the move. Just when NBC thought the party was cracking, Voluntari says, not so fast. Young up to double digits. Adds on to it, 13-point ball game. SYNTAINICS needing something good here. Usually when they do, Thomas answers. Nice. Nikic on the opposite, receiving in to stop the bleeding. Thomas coming up with it. Stops, pops, loses it. Probably should have shot it. Justice decides to slow things down. Back inside the Young. Starting to get a little bit of momentum. Ball screen action. Sets his feet. From behind the arc. Can't finish. What are the legs like? Both teams coming off emotional losses last night. Usually the fatigue kicks in quicker. Well, sure. Crowd looking for a stop. Justice says, take that. And you can feel the confidence building from the Romanians as Blomgren is in a bind. Thomas, usually the savior, and does. Gerbea. Better be careful there. Highly upset. Gerbea still having words, but and that's a great job by the referee crew. Just staying poised, but not before offering up a tee to settle things down. That'll send Callison over to the line. Callison, 11 points thus far. And just when Voluntari was on the move, emotions got the best of him. So An opportunity for 4 points on this possession. Thomas looking to complete the three-point play after Callison knocks down the technical. Here's Vargas. Coming in with the fresh legs. Skinner left alone and knocks it down with an opportunity for a three-point play.
Number 14,
Well, just overzealous, trying to recover from that little bump. And anytime you land in that space of the shooter, a new rule introduced a couple of years ago. They call it the Kawhi rule after he missed that playoff series a couple of years ago. $14 points in it. In the final 3 minutes, Reeves dumps it off. Nice patience by Nikic. Stripped away. Five on the clock. Reeves rises. $17 is the deficit. If Voluntari, can you just get it close to single figures? Gotta do. Misialo getting his first buckets of the Final Four. Reeves, MVP of the competition. Over the top, pockets pick. Misialo, Justice on the attack. Looking, drive, kick, Skinner, corner, yes sir! .50 run by Voluntari, looking to get within single digits before heading to the fourth. Gunn getting his first action of the Final Four as well. Off the ball, foul by Misialo. In the bonus, so we'll get our first official review of the tournament. As our crew chief, we'll go take a look at it. Bogna Podkowinska. Well, referee crew still taking a look at it. The 2026 Final Four here in the Chat Halle over in Wiesenfels. And I must say, major shout out to the organization, the GM. Very, very friendly town. Everyone has been so welcoming to all of the visiting teams, along with the ENBL traveling staff. Food has been amazing, I must say that. I'd hate to see what that scale looks like when I get back. Let's see here. I'm not exactly clear on that particular review. Nevertheless, it will send Nikic to the line for the first time. Comes up short on the first one. The 27-year-old German, the footer, started his career with the decorated Alba Berlin. And we talk about small goals. Voluntari, after being down by as many as 22, an opportunity to get it to single digits. Skinner playing pitch and catch with Watson. 4 on the clock. Skinner fading to his left. Can't finish, tries to save it. And I would have liked for Skinner to take that initial 3-ball when he was more in a rhythm as opposed to the leaner. That's a tough shot, heavily contested. A wasted opportunity on that possession. 1:37 here in the third. .12 advantage, MBC. Reeves skips it over to Gunn, the lefty. He can definitely get buckets, not this time. Great defense. Voluntari getting stops. Going back inside to Skinner. Callison doing a great job of fighting for position. Annam. Back-to-back missed triples from Voluntari. 50 seconds, Reeves. Going inside, Gunn. Shakes loose to get his first bucket of the competition. Lead up to 14. Justice. Crowd looking for one. Watson, 10 on the clock. Got to start working. Gets his mismatch. Left to right cross. It's on a scouting report. Pulls back. Can't knock it down. 3 missed triples. And the home team can hold for the last and final shot. Reeves, MVP. Defended by Skinner. Ghost screen by Callison. Reeves over the top. Fouled. Yuri Planetić, 9 points personal. The Croatian, 61% on the season. 0.6 seconds, so maybe enough time for a catch and heave if you're Voluntari. If he misses, is definitely out the question. Well, the quarter's not over yet because the ball did not hit the rim on the free throw, so we still have 0.6 to work with. Let's see what Coach Ewan has in the playbook for this one. Watson's gonna over the top. Watson letting it go from downtown, and that will conclude the third quarter. The home team heading into the fourth quarter with a 14-point advantage.
So, wir haben wieder Viertelpause und zwei, die sind jetzt mit dabei für den Parallelsieg des Teils Auswärtsgutschein über 100 €. Deswegen begrüßen wir hier Konrad und Heiko. So, Konrad, geht gleich durch zum Auf geht's. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, los! Und Konrad, Heiko ist da. Oh, wo ist er aufgeschossen? Heiko, du kannst noch näher rangehen. Konrad knapp vorbeigeworfen. Zweiter Versuch.
Well, we just saw an upset here on the court. Old school versus new school. And the young fella wins the competition as we show you the third quarter highlights. Manchester basketball just showing up in the building as they take on Ziki Warszawa. Up next in the gold medal game, 8 p.m. local time, 8 p.m. in Poland, 7 p.m. GMT out in the United Kingdom for what will be an explosive matchup coming up later on. But before then, we got other business to handle. Bronze medal game, final 10 minutes. MBC with the 14-point advantage. Looking to give these fans something to celebrate after an incredible weekend to get the party started. Planinic finishing inside, 16-point advantage. Does Voluntari have one last push? Watson, dribble pulley, got it. Watson's had an impactful weekend coming off the bench. Callison, pocket pass to Planinic, Justice, foot race with Reeves, 5 on the clock. Planinic with the left-hand floater. Great defense. Going back inside to Skinner, getting to his spot. Reeves immediately takes the foul after recognizing the disadvantage there. And you see the difference where Skinner likes to operate. That's more of his comfort zone. Handoff action with Justice. Not much time to work with. Drives, hangs, good defense. RJ Gunn gobbles it up. Planinic on the receiving end of a Callison dime. And MBC up 16. And Coach Dan Ewan wants to talk things over. Not ready to let go of the rope just yet. back to the Stadthalle. 4 guys in double figures for the home team. A much more balanced scoring attack than what we saw last night. Voluntari not trying to go away just yet. Young, too strong. Bloomgren, double drag action. Leaves Reeves. Reeves, defender in the air. Southpaw. Reeves, stand up for the city. Pushing the lead back to 19. Voluntari on the ropes. Watson, little dribble, Hezzy. He can't finish. And a take foul by Justice.
Number 44, first foul versus team foul substitution.
Fresh bodies for Voluntari as Polyak and Annam trying to make one last push. Bloomgren rises over the top, dribbles out. Last season's MVP, Caffey, over the top to Skinner. Skinner hangs, gets caught underneath the rim. Reeves, over the top. 10 on the clock, Bloomgren. Ball screen action with Planinic over the top. Planinic! Just feasting off that ball screen action. 15 points to his name. Annam snatched back. Crowd looking for a stop. Young. Pulls up, too strong. MBC with a chance to take their biggest lead of the night. Reeves trying to escape. Back inside, Planinic been terrific this quarter. Vargas looking for his first points of the tournament. Defended by Skinner, great D. Caffey over to Skinner, 54% on the season. Not today. You can feel this crowd ready to celebrate. Pushing the back by Planinic.
Substitution, both teams number 44.
Frustration from the Romanians. As they can see this game slipping away from them. 5:40 here remaining. Annam inside. Trying to put Bloomgren asleep. Thomas. Thomas is so shifty, so weavy, so good. Just his ability to play hide and seek behind those ball screens. High level, that's why he got the 3 letters behind his name, MBA. Showing off that skill. Timeout here in Wiesenfeld's. SYNTAINICS 23-point lead. We talked about the motivation factor in a bronze medal game. Not usually ideal for a player because you pour so much energy, emotion into that semifinal. And then usually when you get to the bronze, it's hard to muster up any motivation. But MBC, gotta give them credit, from the opening tip, has really showcased a level of pride to this incredible fan base here that supported them the last 24 hours. Crowd on their feet, ready to celebrate. They was expecting the party at 10 p.m., but it'll get started a little bit earlier today if they can hold on. Foul called on Bloomgren as Annam was coming off the Iverson cut and just kind of stopped on a dime, and Bloomgren couldn't put the brakes on. Crowd looking for a stop. Annam, Iverson screen on the opposite side. Young, heavily defended. Caffey pulling up, rising up, stroking it. Four minutes. Vargas, yes, the veteran. Still with something left in the tank, recording his first field goal of the tournament. Caffey getting downhill over the top, not before being fouled by Nikic. Caffey in the act of shooting, so he'll head to the free throw line. 90% on the season. Mike Caffey brought in last season after Voluntari fell short in the championship game, and boy, did he deliver. The return on investment equaled a gold medal last season for Voluntari. Looking to add more to the cabinet. Offensive foul called on Nikic. That'll be his third. Final 4 minutes in this bronze medal game. Caffey, offensive foul called. On Misialo. That'll be his second foul. Second team foul on Voluntari. Bloomgren looking to get into the crease. Nikic. A lot of player movement from the offense, and Bloomgren just a little bit too much mustard on that pass. Substitutions coming for MBC after the next dead ball. Caffey over the top, and Nikic swats it away. Young gets it back. Caffey, right wing. Yes, sir. Caffey still fighting, still competing for his side. Bloomgren takes the contact. Attacking immediately.
Substitution for tennis MBC number 5. Voluntari, Mike Caffey, 4th foul, 1st team foul.
Bloomgren just turning on the Jets there. And former Kentucky Wildcat, Andrew Harrison, getting his first taste of the Final Four. Bloomgren getting a lot of opportunity here tonight. Taking advantage of the 19 minutes provided, and he'll take a seat. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 points for the young fella. Final 3 minutes. Coach not taking any chances. Captain Callison back in. Caffey skipping it over to Annam. Annam flies over the top, gets his own rebound, and he's fouled by Harrison. Annam just overcooks it, but then Harrison, as he tries to compete for the rebound, hitting Annam in the head. Annam, well short on that attempt there. The former Marquette guard. Coming up empty on that withdrawal. 20-point lead for the home team. 2:30 away from the bronze medal. Nikic skips it out. Gunn. Caffey robs it, finishes it. Caffey really motivated here in the fourth quarter to push his total up to 14, to lead all scores for Voluntari. Timeout called here in Wiesenfels. 90-72. The home team with the 8-point advantage. Your top scorers: Kyrie Thomas leading all scores with 17, followed by Planinic with 15, Reeves with 14, and Callison rounding out at 12 on the other side for Voluntari. 4 guys in double figures: Caffey with 14, Skinner with 13, Young with 12, and Annam with 10. Well, although this game started with a little bit of disappointment from both sides, including the crowd, they have really grown into this matchup. And like I said before, a medal is better than no medal. And so far it looks like MBC is 2 minutes away from getting their first medal in the ENBL. Harrison, pocket pass, stolen away. 3-on-2 opportunity. Annam, he's fouled.
Number 2 to tennis MBC, Andrew Harrison, 2nd foul.
Annam taking a shot He will go back to the line after missing his last 2. This second half basket for the visitors is quite intimidating. You got the flags waving behind the basket. You got the fans trying to create havoc. 16-point deficit for CSO. Vargas. Back over to Harrison. Harrison looking for ball screen action. We have a hold on Misialo. MBC in a bonus, so it will send excuse me. Voluntari had one to give, so it'll be a sideline out of bounds. Here's Harrison looking for his first points of the competition. Gun over the top. Too ambitious. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Substitution.
Well, will return, and Planetich hears it from the crowd after a terrific effort. 15 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Harrison getting into the body, skips it around. Vargas, shot clock violation. Consecutive turnovers for MBC. Final 86 seconds for both teams in this competition, as it seems as though Voluntari will leave with nothing. And MBC, after their first year in the competition, Harrison, his first basket of the Final Four, getting in the record books as we enter the final minute.
Substitution Voluntari.
Sullivan Young, 12 points this afternoon. After picking up that third foul, just didn't really have his rhythm. Honestly, after picking up his 4th foul with 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter last night, it kind of robbed him of his swag, because he was so dominant before then. 5 for 5 from the field, inside, outside, and he will go take a seat, and that will end his Final Four. Crowd on their feet here for the final moments as Harrison drops it off the Welp. Welp with a little Tim Duncan footwork, can't finish it. Another try. Gunn, so prolific from outside. Not this time. Four seconds between game and shot clock. Final possession for Voluntari. as the bench gets empty. Anna, 5 seconds to work with, getting downhill, stretches out. Can't finish, and it will result in MBC's possession. Final moments here in the Stadthalle capacity crowd as the clock winds down, and the home team, SYNTAINICS, MBC, walking away with the bronze medal as they put CSO Voluntari to the sword and get a little payback from February 11th, rounding this one out 92-76. Bouncing back from last night's defeat and showcasing a level of pride in some very difficult situations after last night's disappointment, but ultimately giving these home fans something to celebrate as they walk away with the ENBL Vimadron 2026 bronze medal. The crowd showing their appreciation. Everyone on their feet. And that's more like it for this year's host.
Season award ceremony in Vice Germany. And first of all, we have the all-star player from
ceremony presentations. As the All-Stars will be announced. Commiserations to CSO Voluntari. They walk out of Germany empty-handed, but not before a record-breaking 3 consecutive Final Fours in the ENBL.
The All-Star player from CSO Voluntari is the number 33.
Showcasing a consistent level, and Sullivan Young gets his name in the record books as he is named the first All-Star of this Final Four. 5 players will be named. Sullivan Young walking away with a trophy in a goodie bag. Edgars Zanders along with Igors Zanders as well, presenting him with the award. Great job at the finishing with 14 points.
Fourth place in the ENBL Vimadron.
But it was the work that he put in last night that earned him the plaudits. And CSO Voluntari, 4th place in the competition. And although they don't walk away with the medal, they don't leave here empty-handed. 2,000 euros along with the trophy as well. I know what I could do with $2,000. Congratulations to Voluntari, deserved it. Number 3 seed on the season. Consistent all year long, consistent for the last 3 seasons. 27 teams. And although as professional athletes, well, let's head over to our interview as Frank Vichers is with MBC's Kyrie Thomas.
Kyrie, congratulations. The bronze medal is yours. So you carried the team point-wise, 23 points yesterday, 17 today. So top scorer of your team. But tell us about the team chemistry and mentality that made this win today happen after this disappointment from yesterday.
Yeah, the team chemistry never left. I feel like this was a good win for us, despite it being third place. But I feel like it continues to help us have our confidence, work on ourselves, and ultimately a win is a win. So we're good with that, especially going into Sunday's game.
Yeah, great. And what does it now mean for you personally, the team, the organization, that you got this bronze medal here in Weissenfels?
Yeah, like I said, we wanted to win, first place, but to bring the fans something, I don't want to say yeah, you can say we disappointed them, but at least we got them something, you know what I mean? They come out every night, cheer hard, like, as you heard, and they fight just like we fight with the Revs, the crowd, and the other teams. So it was good. It was good for us.
So you enjoy that, audience here?
Yeah, we love it. We love it. The drums never stop. The drums never stop.
And that's really good and gives you confidence, and that is also necessary for the upcoming games. One more thing, Kyrie, if you would have chosen the opponent from yesterday, just a crucial question, would have been Voluntari better than Manchester as opponent? That's
a great question. I was asking the guys on the bench that, and some of the guys were 50-50, but I really genuinely wanted to know. That's crazy you asking me that. I asked them, they was just like, I can't tell. All we kept saying was, we just didn't play like a better team. But I'm not sure. Both teams are in the championship. They're both really good, especially on film, and we're going to see here and watch. So I'm not sure. It's going to be an exciting game if you ask me.
Yeah, but nevertheless, now the bronze medal is yours, and you should enjoy this win, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Franziska Seifert there with Kyrie Thomas, and he took the words out of my mouth. What I've been saying, you got to put on for the fans who have showed up and showed out over the last 24 hours. Thomas showing his appreciation. Can't call it for this championship game, and you know what? I can't either, because both of these teams have explosive scorers, and so we have a juicy matchup in store for you. Coming up next, Ziki Warszawa out of Poland matched up against Manchester basketball in the gold medal game. 8 o'clock local time. Final highlights of the night. Some of the players embracing their families here. Young children, wives. That's what it's all about. But for here, that'll do it. SYNTAINICS MBC 92, Voluntari 76. As they walk away with the bronze medal, I'm your commentator, Drew Lasker. It's been a pleasure. We'll catch you up. Championship game coming up next.